You may feel something unusual when you read the subject of this video. Have you ever seen or heard that anyone creates professional reports in Office Word without writing codes? It is a common sense that we can only create professional reports in SQL Server Reporting Service, Office Access or Crystal Report, etc. But this video will show you that you can very easily create eye-catching professional reports in Office Word in a few minutes if you are familiar with using Office Word. You will feel that almost everyone can do it after watching this video. The only extra skill required is creating simple SQL select statements. I would like to introduce you a new awesome application, SmarterDocx. It integrates with Office Word seamlessly as a Word add-in application. It gives you the abilities to create tabular reports, matrix reports and data-heavy document templates without coding in Office Word. There are 4 easy steps that you need to create a matrix report. Create data source objects. Create dataset objects. Create matrix report template table. Format data fields and test report. There is a SDocs tab in Word main menu. The SDocs tab is for the ribbon menu of SmarterDocx add-in. Now, you can see the ribbon menu bar of SmarterDocx add-in. The style and layout of the ribbon bar is very similar to other Word ribbon bars. Let's start to create a matrix report. First step, create data source objects. Data Source Wizard is the place to create the data source objects. Click on Data Source Wizard menu button. The system requires to save the document before creating the data sources. This is the welcome page of the Data Source Wizard. Click Next button. There is an existing data source that I created for creating tabular report video. I use existing data source radio button and add it to current document. Click Next button. Click on Finish button to save and close the data source wizard. You can see new data source object in Data Sources pane. The properties of different data source type will be slightly different. One document template can have multiple data source objects. Second step, create dataset objects. Dataset Builder is the component to create dataset objects. Click on Dataset Builder menu button. This is Dataset Builder. The first thing that I need to do is to select a data source object for new dataset. There is only one data source which I just created. So, I select it. I am going to use existing dataset. Tick Use Existing Dataset radio button. Select an existing dataset from the drop-down. Click on Query Text tab on the top. You can see the detail of SQL select statement. Click on Query Details tab on the top. You can see the detail of tables, data fields, and parameters. Click on Test Query tab on the top. This tab is for testing query and displaying query result. Click on Execute Query button. On the pop-up parameter form, I will enter the values for start data and end data parameters. You should use the data format which is match the local culture of your PC settings. Click on Execute Query button. The data requested by the text query will display in the data grid on the form. Click Save button to save the dataset object. You can see the new dataset object in the Datasets pane. Third step, create matrix report template table. Matrix report template form is the component to create matrix report template tables. Click on Create Matrix Report Template menu button. This is Matrix Report Template form. Give a name to new template. Click Add New Template button. Select a dataset for this template. All data field names are added to Dataset Data Fields list. Add header field names to column header fields list. Add row data field names to row header fields list. Add detail data field names to detail fields list. I also select Add Group Footer option and Add Report Footer option. I want to sort group field data in ascending order. Click Create Template Table button to create Report Template Table. Now, you can see the Report Template Table has been created. The Report Template Table has special tags to define the purpose of each row and column. Let's test the report template before I format the data fields. Click on Create Document menu button. I keep date range unchanged. Click on Create Document button. The application is validating document and starting to create the report. Okay. Here is a matrix report. But the formats of subtotal currency fields and quantity fields are incorrect. The sequence of the header columns is also incorrect. Step 4: Format data fields and test report. Let's start to change the format of data fields in the template table. The date field edit mode is disabled by default. Click on Edit Data Field menu button to enable the edit mode. The face of the button has changed. Edit Data Field menu button is a toggle button. You can't select anything on the document unless you disable the edit mode. Select a placeholder. This is Data Field Details form. Select a right format and save the change. Select a placeholder. Select a right format and save the change. I have made changes to all other data fields. In order to fix the column header sequence issue, click on Create Matrix Report Template menu button to open Matrix Report Template form. Paste the column names in the right order into column header order list. Save and close the form. Click on Document Settings menu button. Change output document type to PDF. Save the changes. Click on Create Document menu button. I keep date range unchanged. Click on Create Document button. The application is validating document and starting to create new report. The format and column header sequence are correct now. Do you think that you can create a matrix report by yourself if your team leader asks you to create one? You can try it yourself by going to https://smarterdocs.com to download and install a copy of Smarterdocs add-in application in your PC. I have another 2 videos which show you how to use Smarterdocs to create tabular reports and data-heavy document templates without coding in Office Word. Thank you very much for watching this video.